Hi, everyone. Welcome. Good evening. I hope everyone had a great day today. Had a wonderful Monday. I am Melissa, and tonight I'll be guiding you through an all levels yoga practice for 45 minutes. So as we go through our practice, just remember to listen to your body. If any of the stretches aren't working for you, you can always skip them, come on out and modify. And feel free to grab some props. I always like having a blanket close by. I like having a block close by as well. So let's begin down on our back today. So we'll just find a nice comfy position for our body just to kind of relax and kind of reset from the day. And then as you come down to your back, you could take the feet planting, knees bent. That's just going to help to relax your back muscles. And you can also let your legs relax as well. That might feel more comfortable for you. So just do whatever feels comfy for you and your body. Now we're just going to take a moment here just to close the eyes. Let yourself drop into your body and your breath. Feeling your body resting on the ground. Feel the back of your head relaxing, the back of your neck relaxing. Let your eyebrows and jaw release tension. Shoulders, arms, and hands relax. Let go of tension through the upper, mid, and low back. Relax your legs, relax your feet of any tension. Let's connect with our breath. Observe the rise, observe the fall of the breath. And then lengthening the breath as you inhale, lengthening the breath as you exhale. Feel your breath gently flowing in and flowing out through your nose. Feel your body reacting to the breath. As you breathe in, feel your navel rise. Feel your navel fall. Breathe into the stomach, ribs. Feel your ribs expanding with the breath and the inhalation. Feel your ribs contracting with the breath and the exhalation. Breathe into the stomach, ribs, chest. Feel your chest rise as you breathe in. Feel your chest fall as you breathe out. Knowing each time that you breathe, you bring life, you bring oxygen to all of the cells through your body. And let's take a moment to set an intention. So intention could be anything that you'd like it to be. Maybe to clear the mind of thoughts, to keep the breath flowing in and out. Let's come into a full body stretch so the hands can reach up and overhead. You may want to point your toes, you may want to flex your feet. We'll just let our body be as active as possible here. And then as you exhale, take your knees up and into your chest. We'll just wrap the arms, the hands around the knees or the shins, rock to the right and to the left. And then as you rock here, just trying to let go of any tension that you're holding onto through the low back. And coming into some crunches. Let's start by bringing our feet on the ground, knees will be bent. Gently support the back of your head. Feel your core engage, so tailbone tuck, navel back and up to the spine a little bit. Maybe feel that low back lift up. And we're gonna take a twist. We're just gonna take our right elbow and tap our left knee. Come back to neutral. Left elbow to the right knee. Realign, and then let's take this one side to side. So we'll just work with some crunch twists. This one is great for getting into those side body muscles, all those side abs. So as you create the movement, let's breathe into the stomach, ribs and chest. And then we're going to release from the chest, ribs and the stomach. And then also the back body, so low back, mid back, and upper back. And then releasing upper back, mid back, and low back. And then just trying to hold that connection to the core the whole time. So just keep that core engaged. Let's begin to release. We're going to do a little reset back onto our back. Knees hug in, gentle rock to the right and to the left. Legs are going to extend to the sky. Have your heels in line with your hips. Gently support the back of the head again and engage that core. So really ground into your mid-back. Let's begin to lift the head, the neck, the shoulders up, and then lower down. Lift and lengthen up. And lower. Let's take this one at our own pace for a moment. So just trying not to crank the head here. Let's just offer that nice gentle support to the back of the head. Make sure that you're breathing in and out. Maybe point your toes, maybe flex your feet. You may want to press out through the two ball mounds towards the front of each foot, just to kind of spread through your toes to activate your feet a little bit more. And let's come on down. Hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock to the right and to the left. Hugging those knees in. We're going to do 3 rock and rolls through the spine, and we're going to make our way up into a boat pose when you're ready. So just rolling up and rolling down. Lifting up to boat on that 3rd time. So as you lift, feet can be on the ground for support. You might want to have them lifted for a little more stretch and maybe straighten those legs out too. Let's take it down onto our back. We're going to do those flow up and down the spine. Lifting up when you're ready. Let's feel that the spine is straight. We don't want to be rounding here. So try to open the chest and open up the heart space. Let's try that again. And lifting on up. So I love those rolls up the spine and down the spine because it gives you this really nice massage for all the back muscles and kind of enlivens the spine a little bit. Let's do this one more time. So we're going to go up and down 3 times. And then lifting and holding. Let's try to relax those shoulders from the ears. We just want to create a little space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. Let's come onto our back from here. Hug your knees in, and we're going to do a little rock side to side. So just rocking to the right and rocking off to the left. Rock and roll through the spine. Let's come on up. We're going to find our way into seated. And then from seated, you can sweep your feet off to the right. We're just going to sit on the side hip here on the left. Let's plant our left hand down. Right hand's going to reach up and over. Breathe in. And then come on up. And release. 3 more times. And releasing. Coming back to neutral, let's sweep those legs out in front. We're going to take them off to the other side. Rounding into the right sitting bone, right hand plants, left hand lifts. Full breath in. And release. 3 more times. And releasing. Let's come back to a neutral spine. Make your way forward into table. And as you come into table, you may want to grab that blanket to pad your knees. So we'll take our knees, hips in line, the shoulders in line, and feel the fingers fit nice and wide. Ground through your index finger and your thumb. Right leg extends behind you. Press out through your heel and the back of your knee. We're going to lift that heel up, so heel in line with your hip. And left arm reaches out in front, arm turns your ear. Exhale, we're going to take our knee and elbow to touch. Lengthen. Exhale, round. And lengthen. Let's take that one 3 more times. Back into balancing table. Knee down, hand down for tabletop. Lower your stomach and lift your heart. Let your tailbone lower and the crown of your head will lower. And then flow through cat and dog stretch for a moment. Lengthening your spine as you inhale and as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from your ears. Or just create that space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, round your back. So imagine creating space between the shoulder blades. Coming into a neutral spine here. Left leg straightens, toes curl under. Press your heel back of the knee. We're going to lift our heel up. Right arm reaches out in front. Exhale, round, lengthen. Exhale, and lengthen. Let's take this one 3 more times at your own pace. Coming back into balancing table, knee down, hand down for tabletop, and then circle up through the hips a little bit. So maybe find large circles, maybe find smaller circles. Circle in the other direction. Come to center, down dog as you exhale. Let's shake it out here. Bend your knees, relax your head, yes. Relax your head, no. Coming on forward, let's take it into a forward fold. We're going to walk our feet to our hands. Shake that out as well, bending your knees. Head relaxes, yes and no. Hands to the right. Let's take it to side stretch. Ground evenly through the inside and the outside of each foot. Come back to neutral and hands to the other side. And release. Let's take it back to neutral. Take a half lift here. Fold it down. Come on up from mountain. Full breath in. And full breath out. Hands are going to reach up. Full breath here. And take your left hand and reach for your right wrist. Cross your legs, take your right foot to the left, lengthen, and release your hands to the left. So we're just going to work with a variation of half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. So almost create this sensation that you could pull your right hand to the left. So just moving you deeper into the stretch. Come back to neutral. We're just going to change up that grip in the hands. Lengthen and release to the other side. Rolling that left shoulder back, right shoulder under. Feel that the heart is shining up to the sky. Let's come back to neutral. We'll do a reset on the hands and the feet, and then trying that one on the other side. Hands reach up. Right hand for your left wrist, left foot to the right. Lengthen and release off to the right. Try to feel really grounded in both of your feet. We don't want to be firm in one and then lighter in the other. So nice, even connection. Come back to neutral, change up the grip in the hands, lengthen and release. And release. Hands release, feet reset. Fingers will interlock, palms will touch. Take a full breath here to lengthen. Hinge at the hips and fold on forward. Let's take ourselves into a devotional forward fold. Try to relax the fronts of your shoulders and just noticing if that helps you move deeper into your stretch. Let your hands relax to your low back. Hands can float down to the ground. Let's take a half lift here. Fold forward, come on up mountain. Full breath in as you rise. Hands at your heart space, breathing out. The right foot begins to lift up. Let's come into tree. We'll work with Vrikshasana. So for tree pose, you can bring your foot anywhere on the leg that feels comfortable. We just don't want to place the foot right onto the knee joint. So below the knee or above the knee is fine. And then take any variation that you'd like with the arms and the hands. Find your drishti. We'll find that one spot to focus your concentration, to focus your awareness. And once you find that spot, not letting the eyes shift at all. Coming into warrior three. So for warrior three, we're just going to send that right leg back. Try a balanced warrior. Finding that spot to focus on. Ground really firmly through all the parts of your left foot, inside, outside. And then notice your body's natural tendency. If you tend to roll in, maybe tend to roll out. Let's take it to crescent from here. Right foot back. Right heel lifted, arms reaching, stretching to the sky as you breathe in. Feel that right leg really active. Press firmly through your heel, back of the knee, leg is active, leg is energized. Bringing off that right foot, let's give that leg a kick out in front of us. Straighten out your leg, press through your heel, the back of the knee, and release. We're going to take it to warrior one from here. Ground firmly to your feet. Deep bend in your front knee, back heel grounded and planted. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Hands behind your body. Find your way to that yoga mudra and release, taking that devotional warrior when you're ready. Relaxing the fronts of your shoulders and just notice if that helps you move deeper into your stretch. Engage your core. Let's come on through back into warrior one. Hands are going to lower for a runner's lunge. Left hand's going to lift, taking a runner's twist. As you take your twist with each in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. Out-breath, let your twist deepen. We're going to transition to side plank from here. Roll into the outer edge of your right foot. Stack your left foot to the right foot. Insides of the feet can touch if you'd like. And then feel free to modify. So bottom leg can lower for less, top leg can lift for more, and you can come down to your forearm as well. And release it. Find your way to plank. High push-up pose, Chaturanga. We're going to take our up dog. Open your chest and open up your heart. Down dog, breathe out. Come on through. Back into your fold. Halfway lift. And release, come on up mountain, full breath in, hands at heart, breathing out. Last foot begins to lift. Let's try tree on the other side. Hands reach and stretch up if you'd like. And just finding your spot to zone in on. Roll your left hip open a little bit. So try to feel this knee rolling open to get that openness in your hip. Come on through. Let's take it into warrior three pose. Imagine you could balance a block on your low back. So rolling that left hip down a little bit. Even low back, even hip. Back into crescent. And core engages. Tailbone tucks. Navel back and up to the spine slightly. Bringing off your back foot. Let's give that leg a kick out in front. Breathing here. And release. back into warrior one pose. As you ground here, let's engage the core, reconnect with your breath, hands behind your body, fingers interlock, palms touch, devotional warrior. Maybe working with the gaze. Sometimes if you look to the wall behind you, it can just move you deeper into the stretch. Maybe take your gaze to the ceiling up behind your body. That can also give you more stretch. Core engages, come on up. Back into warrior one. Hands to the earth, runner's lunge. Right hand lift, runner's twist. And as you take your twist, try not to forget about your left leg. Keep your legs super engaged and active. Transitioning into side plank from here. Insides of the feet can touch. You can also stagger the feet as well. Top hip lifts up and top hand reaches to the sky also. And release it. Let's come back into plank. We're going to lower down Chaturanga. Take your up dog and find your way to down dog. Knees lower, child's pose as you exhale. So as you come into child's pose, you may want to have your knees together. That's going to really help to open up your low back. You can also take your big toes to touch, maybe knees away from one another, giving that great leg and hip stretch. Let's begin to press back. We're going to come to down dog when you're ready. Right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and stack and open through the hips. Let's come to a flip dog here. So we're just going to flip that right foot to the left. Both of your feet are planted. Both of your knees are bent. Hips are lifting to the sky as you breathe in. Shifting on the hands and the feet, let's find our way to our three-legged dog. And then come on through and let's open up into a warrior two pose. In warrior two, ground really firmly into the feet. Almost imagine that you could pull your feet in towards one another. So legs are super active, engaged, and energized. Reverse warrior. Let's float that front hand up and back. So that back hand can slide down your back leg. Maybe wrap the arm around your low back. Reach for the other hip crease. Come back on through. Warrior two. Right arm to right leg. Lateral angle. And then maybe hand lowers, maybe coming into extended lateral angle if you'd like. That can be an awesome leg stretch, great for opening up the hips a bit more. Core engages, come on up. Straighten your right leg, right hand up and back. Let's come to reverse triangle stretch. Breathing here, lengthening, reaching, stretching up and back. Coming to neutral. We're going to set up for pyramid. So left foot takes a hop forward, not too close, but also we don't want the feet to be too far from one another either. Maybe a couple of feet between the feet. Have your left toes turned up the yoga mat. Try to square your hips and your shoulders forward. Hands are going to reach up. Breathe here. Hinge at your hips. Fold down. And then as you're folding here, you can play with the weight in the feet. Maybe draw more weight into that front foot to lift the hip up a little bit more. Trying to balance off your hips and your low back. Last leg lift up. Let's take it to standing split. As you exhale, take your knee into your nose, round your spine, send your leg up and back. Exhale, round, up and back. 3 more times. Back into standing splits, releasing to a runner's lunge, and straighten your front leg. And we're gonna work with a fold here. So we're just gonna straighten out that front leg, back leg is straight, and then folding forward for a moment. Allow for your spine to relax. Try to let go of tension through the back of your head and the back of your neck. Right hand lifts to the sky. Let's come into a twist. And then with your in-breath, Feel your spine lengthen on your out breath. Allow for your twist to deepen. Last one is to lift, and we're going to work with a revolve balancing half moon pose. So try to lift your left leg as high as you can lift it. Breathe into your twist. So inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, twist deepens. Coming back into standing split and releasing into warrior two pose. Let's try to relax the body as best as you can. Shoulders relax from ears, hands reach and stretch in opposite directions. Windmill the hands down. Let's find our way into a runner's lunge. Step yourself back into plank. As you take plank, lower down chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Feel really grounded in your feet here. Feel really grounded in the hands. Last leg lifts up. Three-legged dog. Bend, stretch, and open. And then let's flip it over. We'll find our flip flop. Try to feel those hips energetically lifting to the sky. So we want to get that really nice back bend through the three parts of the back. Core engages. Back into three-legged dog. Send your foot through. Open into warrior two. In warrior two, let's try to relax our shoulders from our ears. Breathing here. Reverse, up and back. Come on through. Take it to a lateral angle. And then maybe extended lateral angle, a little more stretch here. And coming back and up. Warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Front hand up and back for reverse triangle. Coming on through. Back into neutral. Let's try that pyramid stretch. Right foot hops forward. Let's take a nice full breath here. We're going to lengthen our spine. Hinge at your hips. Fold forward when you are ready. And then if you would like, you can play with the weight in the feet. Maybe draw more weight into that left foot to help lift your left hip up, helping to balance your hips and your low back. You can also draw your right hip forward, pull your left hip crease back a little bit. See how just changing the weight up in the feet kind of changes the stretch as well. Let's transition to standing splits. We're going to take the right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Send it up and back. Exhale out. 3 more times. Move with your breath. Back into standing split. Release into runner's lunge. Straighten your front leg. We'll take our fold and breathe here for a moment. So this one is that great hamstring stretch, great calf stretch. Left hand lifts to the sky. Let's come into a twist. Imagine creating a line that flows fingertips to fingertips, one long line of energy. Right leg lifts up. Let's come into a twist. And breathing here. Standing split, so hands are going to connect down onto blocks or down to the ground, right leg to the sky, and then let's open into warrior two pose. Almost imagine that you could pull your feet in towards one another, so legs are super active here. Transitioning into goddess, so that right foot or the left foot's going to turn in. We're going to have our toes and light heels in line, and then you can turn your toes out, heels will shift in. Take a nice deep bend into your knees, and then arms will sweep up to goddess arms. A little side stretch here. Right arm around your low back, reach for the other hip crease. Left arm around the head. Let's release off to the right. And then roll that left shoulder back a little bit. Feel the right shoulder rolling under. Feel that the heart is shining to the sky. Back into neutral. Switching those arms up. Lengthen and release. And releasing, let's come back into neutral, back into goddess. Let's take it back into our warrior two pose. And then from warrior two, windmill the hands down to the ground. We'll take it to our lunge. We're going to step ourselves back, finding our way into plank, lower down, chaturanga. Come to that up dog. Press back into down dog. Knees will begin to lower. Coming down into the forearms. Let's work a little bit with plank. Coming to the elbows, hands reach out in front, fingers interlock, palms touch. Or you can press your hands down into the mat. Toes will walk back, toes will curl under, and then let's hold this one for a moment. Knees can always lower down to the ground if you need that support. Feel your tailbone tuck. Feel the navel move back and up to the spine a little bit. Try to create that long line that flows from your heels to the crown of the head. Maybe a neutral gaze down to the ground. Back as the neck lengthens. Reach and stretch through crown of head. Knees will lower. Toes will curl under and sit back onto the heels for a moment. We'll take it to toe stand. And then staying there in toe stand, you may want to try for the balance. You can come right onto your toes. One hand to prayer at heart. Other hand can meet it. Spine lengthens. And let's create a sensation that you could lift yourself off of the heels. And release. Let's come on forward. Take it to table. Tap the tops of your feet out if you would like. Come down onto your elbows. Reach for opposite arms. We'll do the same setup here. And toes curl under. And you can walk your toes in towards your face if you'd like. And we're going to feel ourselves coming into an upside down V shape with our body. And release it. Knees will lower, toes curl under. Sit back onto your heels. Coming on up. Maybe one hand to prayer at heart. Other hand will meet it. Spine lengthens. Engage your core. Try to lift yourself up off of your heels. Imagine someone's drawing you by a golden thread. And let's come on down. Make your way back into table. Tap the tops of your feet out. Coming into down dog as you exhale. Right leg reaches out, three-legged dog. Float your knees through, and let's come into pigeon. We're going to come into Kapotasana. But before we take pigeon, we're going to take quad stretch. So for setup, have your right knee in line with your right hip. You can also inch that knee off to the right more if you need to, and then have your right heel near your left hip, kind of at a little bit of an angle, the lower legs at an angle. Bending into your left knee. Let's reach back for the foot and then pull it in. So if you can't reach for your foot, grab a strap. You can grab a yoga strap. And if you don't have a yoga strap, if you have a rope or tie or something like that around, you can always just kind of loop that around the foot and then pull it in for a moment. So this is awesome stretch for your quads. So good for the front of your hip, getting into the hip flexor and the psoas a little bit. When we are sitting at the desk, in the car, or watching TV, the quads tend to shorten it quite a bit. So this is just such a good pose for bringing a little bit more balance back into our body. And we're going to release that one. Let yourself square forward and then let yourself fold for a moment. We're just going to come on down for this nice hip stretch. Maybe close your eyes here. Try to relax your eyebrows and jaw. Try to let go of tension through the back of your neck. Shoulders, arms, and hands relax and release with each breath. Let's come on back into a down dog when you're ready. And maybe shake it out a little bit. You can bend your knees, head relaxes yes and no, left leg up. And then float it through. Let's come to our quad stretch to start. Right hand for right foot, pull that leg in. Maybe close your eyes, noticing if the stretch feels very similar on this side of your body to the first side of the body that we worked on. May feel very similar, may feel very different, one side to the next side. And release. Hips and shoulders, square forward. Let's come on down when you're ready. We'll do a little fold forward. Letting your body soften here. Try to clear the mind of thoughts. You always have thoughts moving through the mind, maybe thoughts for the past, thoughts for the future. And then releasing your thoughts, bringing the awareness to the breath, bringing the awareness to the present moment. And just remembering the present moment, the only moment where life truly exists. To release, let's come on up and we're going to roll into our left hip. Right foot's going to take a sweep right out in front. And then give your legs a little bit of a shake out. We're going to shake out the backs of the legs, shake out any tension here. Soles of the feet touch, knees come away from one another, insides of the feet roll from one another. Take a full breath here. Lengthen your spine, hinge at your hips, and fold forward. Maybe use the help of the elbows just to move you a little deeper into the stretch. With your exhale, feel that the heart lowers down to the ground. Feel that the heart is lowering down to the ground as you breathe out. Let's come on up. Help of the hands, knees together. Shake out those legs a little bit and come down onto your back. Hug your knees up and into your chest and into your stomach. And let's take a little rock to the right and off to the left. Knees drop to the right. Let's take a spinal twist here. So you're just going to drop your knees to the right. Gaze off your left shoulder. Allow for your left shoulder to relax down. We're going to breathe here for a moment, letting the eyes soften. Maybe do a little scan here, just noticing where you might be holding on to tension. And then with each exhalation, just letting that tension go. Coming back, let's take neutral spine, hug those knees up into chest and into the stomach, and release off to the left. And breathing here. And then realign. We're going to come back onto our back. Hug your knees up and into your chest. And let's begin to create circles here. Maybe finding large circles, maybe finding smaller circles. Circle in the other direction. We'll just reverse that movement. And then gently releasing. Let's come into Shavasana. We're going to take some time for our resting pose. And you can take any final stretch or movement that is needed. Grab any props that would help you be nice and comfortable. And then we're going to end our practice just how we began. So you can lay with your legs on the ground, your arms on the ground. You can also bend your knees and set your feet too. Feel your breath gently flowing in and out through your nose. Allowing for your breath to deepen. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. Gently bringing awareness back into your body. And then coming onto your side, let's come into a fetal position. You may want to support your head with the lower arms. Feel your body take the shape of the posture. We're going to come on up. Let's make our way into seated. And as you come into seated, you can draw your hands at prayer at heart, into Anjali Mudra, into prayer. Thanking yourself for practicing yoga this evening, for doing something so good for your mind, body, and spirit. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight. It's so great to be here with you all. Hope you have a fantastic night, and I will see you soon. We have meditation on Wednesdays at 2:30, so we do like a nice little 15 meditation. So come and join us if you can. Take care.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thanks, Melissa.
You're welcome. You're welcome.